With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back once again, race fans, here to Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. The split decision racing into being triple threat fires things off here for race number 4 in the 2021 season number 2. Coming right at you, drivers going to be turning left and right. And a few of them had a little practice at Bristol Motor Speedway last week when we had a little bit of a fun run, covered the track in dirt, so drivers getting accustomed to trying to correct the car. But road course racing, a very different aspect than dirt track racing, How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave, bringing you all the calls from trackside. Track looks to be pretty good condition out there, just 89 degrees, 66, nice little breeze coming off the ocean down here in Daytona, Florida. And what a better way to kick the coverage off here on the Turn 3 Racing Network than at the home of motorsports racing really here in America, and that's right here at Daytona International Super Speedway, the road course gonna test these drivers. Qualifying already underway. Let's jump out there. Let's see who we've got out there turning in some timed laps here. You know, looks like we've got a little bit of issues here with some of the graphics. Let's go ahead and get those out of the way, fixed up for you. Nobody putting down a time lap just yet. Let's go take a look at Chase Berry as he turns a few laps here tonight. Through the backstretch chicane, back into NASCAR number 3. Or no, that was through the front stretch chicane, the NASCAR chicane on the front stretch. He'll cross the start-finish line, begin his first time lap down here into turn number 1. Driver's going to have to be careful there on the brakes. That's going to test a few of these drivers. Nice little kink here. Going to watch this left-hand turn. Driver's going to be on the brakes in this downhill little section to a hard right-hander. Barry looks like he's got that one handled rather well. He's going to carry that all the way out to the curbing here, down through the International Horseshoe. Head down the quick little short chute here. Multiple drivers out there on time lapse. We can jump around all night long here right now, especially with different style cars out there on the track. Those Xfinity cars, the trucks, as well as the NASCAR next-gen machines. That's right, the NASCAR big boy is going to be driving these things next year. Chase Berry sitting in his Xfinity Toyota Supra, making his way through NASCAR 3 and 4. He'll come to the front stretch to the NASCAR chicane. You see him off of 4, heading down this nice little run into the NASCAR chicane. Heavy on the brakes there. You can see the front of the car. Whoa, what happened there? You can see the front of the car really ducked down as he got onto the brakes there. Looks like having a few connection issues there with Chase Berry. So we'll jump back, take a look at Dave Gilbert driving the 7DGR Cooter machine. Am I allowed to say that on air? Mark Ackerman back in the field. Richard Rymuller, familiar face. Jeffrey Ramsdell, Nate Johnson, John Peterson, newcomer. He's out there on the track. Luke Smith going to be the first driver to put in a time lap. He'll go top of the speed charts for now in his Gen 6 Cup machine. 1:54.43 is the fast time here tonight. All of these drivers vying for each and every position in qualifying. It doesn't matter the car that you're in. It's overall qualifying here in the split decision racing into being triple threat. You can see one of those truck drivers, Harley Barletta, qualifying faster than a few of the Xfinity cars right now. Also faster than a next-gen driver, Thomas Myers in the 77. He's outside of the top 5. Still Patrick Gaspar, Kevin Bernheimer, Jonathan in the 45, still yet to go on track. Zachary Johnson, Justin Gibbs putting a time lap in. Jorge Canales also in the 71 Ford Mustang, or Ford F-150, I apologize. Canales is one of the newcomers as well in the 71 machine. We'll see where he goes. He was quick in happy hour. Gilbert looks like he struggled a little bit right there through that corner. Justin Gibbs going to go 10th on the speed charts halfway through tonight's 10-minute qualifying session. And Gilbert doing all he can, trying to get all he can. 14 drivers on the scoring pylon so far. Nobody able to knock off the quick time set by Luke Smith. 1:54.43 is the fast time here tonight from Daytona. 81 of Joshua Sousey. Check out that Exalta paint scheme. Liking the way that the little color bar right there. That looks pretty good, my man. I'm liking it, digging it. Gonna come down into a heavy braking session. Hard left-hander back onto NASCAR 1. He'll carry it on around, and it looks like some more troubles. A little bit of blinking and a little bit of front nose damage on that 38. Back to the 7 of Dave Gilbert, just coming through. I believe that is 1 and 2. Yes, it is down the backstretch, heading into the backstretch chicane. Sousey in the 81, also into the backstretch chicane. Ryan Mueller goes second on the speed charts, 1:55.54. Chase Berry right there in third. Berry sitting in an Xfinity machine, listed as a Cup driver, but in the Xfinity car. And you'll see off to the left, race fans, you notice a lot of these drivers color-coded. That's going to help you identify drivers that are in these certain machines out here in this triple threat. That's one of the aspects of the triple threat. 3 different cars all on the track, all at one single time. We've got the Gen 6 cars, the Xfinity cars, as well as the Gander Outdoor trucks. Oh, blowing turn 1 that time. Let's jump out there. Let's see how a truck driver's doing. One of our fresh faces here, 45. Of Jonathan Cusimano out there running well tonight. Looks like he's only 22nd, but a good showing to start off with. Just about halfway through the field, we have upwards of 36 drivers trying to qualify for tonight's racing, with just about 2 minutes left on the stopwatch. Not sure how many more drivers are going to be able to put in a time lap. Nate Johnson yet to turn in a lap. Joshua Sousey, Zachary Johnson. All 3 of those drivers on track, but yet to put in a time lap just yet. Jacob Hirsch going to go 23rd with his time lap. Time is ticking away for these drivers to try to put in their time lap, and 45 is going to struggle through the backstretch chicane. That lap's going to be aborted, and that's pretty much going to do it for our qualifying session here tonight. Tough break there for a handful of the drivers. But with just about a minute and a half remaining, I'm not sure anybody else going to be able to put down a time lap in time to dethrone that fast forward at the front. Luke Smith, you're a pole sitter here tonight with a 1:54.43. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back here at the Daytona International Superspeedway Road Course for the split decision racing into being triple threat.
twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Into the track as drivers already firing off with a standing start here tonight, catching us a little bit off guard there. But how about that into being sponsored 88 of Nate Johnson sitting in that second position. And oh, looks like drivers hitting the cones there, trying to crush it once again in that top spot. Luke Smith dropped from the pole position back to the third spot. There he sits running just in front of Richard Mueller. You got Joshua Sousey, Kevin Bernheimer, Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson sitting in seventh. You'll see him making his way off of NASCAR number 2 down to the back stretch. There's a few of your Xfinity drivers coming into screen. Chase Berry, William Klingbeil, Thomas Myers, all battling for positions on track. Zachary Johnson going by Jeffrey Ramsdale. Gaspar picks up a spot on Barletta. A lot of action here early on lap number 1. There you can see it off to the side. How about that? You don't see a lap count. You just see a stopwatch over there winding down. That's right, 95-minute timed event for these drivers. Doesn't matter how many time laps they get in. We'll revisit something we did big time hit last year. Dave's Dollars. Can you guess the right amount of laps that these drivers are going to be able to put in this 95-minute timed event? We will have a halfway break here tonight at the 45-minute mark, so keep your eye on that and who is running well from that point on. Michael Edwards looks like he's had some early trouble here tonight. He's already on the pit road. Tyler Rush in the 27 also going to drop the pit road. Harley Barletta with an off-track moment. Jump around the track a little bit. Let's see if we can't grab a little more of the action for you. Already opening up a 2-second advantage is Nate Johnson over the field. And I don't think Into Being could be any prouder right now. Sponsoring this season, as multiple races this season, as well as sponsoring the leader at the front of this field. William Klingbeil has trouble. Klingbeil with an issue. Let's check the replay. Back on the replay, there you can see that 83 down onto the brakes very hard, and it looks like he's probably going to loop it right here. Just overcooking that entry. Oh, and some contact with the 77, I believe that was. And it was Thomas Myers into the outside Armco barrier. He's going to lose a ton of time on the track. We'll jump back live once again. Drivers running in the third position. Richard Mueller. There you can see that 92 machine trying to run back down Luke Smith. Nathan Manwaring with the trouble as well here. Drivers struggling to keep it on track, and that's, talk to any road course ace, and that's what they're going to tell you, race fans. You got to keep it on the asphalt. Keep it on the pavement, and you can have yourself a very good finish. Check that out. Joshua Sousey making up 2 spots there when Mueller had to get on the brakes hard from Luke Smith hitting one of those turtles. into the corner. They'll pile it back down into turn number 1. Everybody chasing this guy right here, and you can see the advantage that he has already opened up to. Very, very big gap already, knocking on the door of a 4-second advantage. Looks like still being troubled with a little bit of audio issues here and there. We're going to have to keep our eyes on that, see if we can't manage that a little bit better for you here tonight. Nonetheless, there goes that 88. Clear out in front, clear behind as the battle is right here. Second, third, fourth, all on the track. You might as well go ahead and include that 28 of Kevin Bernheimer. He's running really, really well here tonight in his Ford Mustang. Bernheimer sitting in that 5th position. Ryan Johnson starting to close in, and Josh McKinney with some trouble. Zachary Johnson also with an off-track excursion. Multiple drivers struggling here. Ooh, flirting with disaster in that outside wall was the 92 of Ryan Mueller, all over the rear deck lid of Southsea heading into the backstretch chicane. Go back a little bit further. Let's check out a few of these drivers sitting just inside of your top 15. You're checking out that 24 of Kayla McCarthy. Exalta paint scheme on her machine this year. Last year we seen a lot of that Texas Roadhouse paint scheme. Switching it up a little bit, trying to run down the Yahoo 17 of Harley Barletta, sitting in the 12th position. These drivers got a long, long night ahead of them. Still just under an hour and a half of racing. That's right, you heard it right. Very long time. These drivers have multiple opportunities to make mistakes, and it's going to be all about who can be the smoothest, who can be the quickest while keeping it on that paved surface. Jonathan Kuzmo also has another off-track excursion. He's going to go ahead and right the ship, get headed back in the right direction, and gaps beginning to develop all throughout this field now as drivers begin to slowly settle in for being around the track just on their 3rd lap. Some new paint on board with that 38 of Ryan Johnson. I believe that is take some of the most iconic Dale Earnhardt Sr. paint schemes, put them in a blender, throw a car in there, and that is what you come out with. Ryan Johnson going to make the pass to the inside of the 45. The 45 is struggling here tonight, I believe, already going down 1 lap in that exchange. Take it across the ticker at the top for you one time. What do you say? Struggling out of that NASCAR chicane. Multiple drivers getting sideways right here towards the front of this pack. Everybody still trying to chase down your... Oh, what has happened? Luke Smith fell all the way back here just in front of Chase Berry now. Smith struggling inside that Crush Arts number 10. Nate Johnson, he gone. He absolutely gone right now. Richard Crane and Zachary Johnson. Nathan Merring has some trouble. Oh my gosh, a lot of drivers caught up in this. Let's go back, see what happened here, and see what caused this melee. Going drivers hard onto the brakes, trying to miss each other. More drivers piling in. Oh, there's a hard hit. Oh, and another one. Oh, more drivers coming in there. That could have ended up a lot worse than what it did. Tough break out there for a handful of these drivers. They're going to be able to get those machines fixed up and stay out on the track. Still a very, very long night ahead of ourselves here, right at the 85-minute remaining mark. So driver's going to have multiple opportunities to try to right the ship if they fall behind the 8-ball a little bit early. But you don't want to put yourself in a big hole too early. A hole that's too big to climb out of. We're going to have to be watching ourselves with the stopwatch at the 45-minute mark. We will see that competition caution, so drivers are going to be able to get themselves a lap back should they need to. It's just a question of how many laps are some of these drivers going to need. Looks like we've already had 2 retirements in tonight's race. The 26 of James Hickson, as well as John Humphrey. Both of those drivers back in the garage loading up the haulers, and they're going to be heading home a little bit early here tonight from Daytona International Super Speedway. You're watching the Into Being Triple Threat. Close racing action here between the 81 and the 28. Kevin Bernheimer trying to make his way into one of the podium spots. We'll jump back a little bit further through the field. That's Chris Wheeler, Stephen Wood, and Michael Gitchell going at it with each other on the speedway. Back to the front of the field once again. Ryan Johnson continue to try to chase down Chase Berry. You know, we're going to find ourselves with multiple points to be able to talk about here tonight. You'll see some of that information scrolling across the bottom of your screen on that ticker down there for you. I do want to mention Dave's Dollar is going to be coming back at you here in a handful of weeks. We'll begin to put money on the line for anybody out there in the YouTube chat that can come over here and put it in the chat before the second stage, which would end up being right about the 60-minute mark. You're going to have to put down your guess on how many laps these drivers are going to be able to turn in before the end of the timed event. We'll give you a little cheat sheet real quick here. Let's get rid of some of these graphics on screen so I can show you what you're talking about. There you go. Going to let you cheat just a little bit. There's the time, right? Well, here's the laps. They are on lap number 7, 12 minutes into this 95-minute timed event. So if you can guess, let's go ahead and practice it these first 3 weeks that we're back right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Can you win Dave's Dollars? Put it down there in the YouTube chat. Let's see how many laps you think they'll get in. I'm going to go ahead. Tell you what, let's kick it off. See if I can begin to hone those skills back in. I'm going to say drivers are going to get 47 laps in tonight's event. And you got to go ahead and put it down right there. Boom, just like that. Go on over there. Put in your pick as well. First 3 weeks, just the practice run. Then things are going to get real from there on out. Can you win Dave's Dollars here in season number 2? Harley Barletta with an off-track excursion. Stephen Wood gets by Barletta for the 14th position. Now Ryan Johnson with some trouble. Richard Rymuller now up into second. Go ahead and get back to our normal timing tower on the left-hand side of your screen. Let you follow along just like we do right here in the production booth. Find your favorite driver. Keep up with the gaps, and we'll see just how far they can move up through the field. 36 drivers took to the grid tonight. We still have 33 out on the track right now. Michael Edwards still down on pit lane trying to fix his machine. 33 drivers still on track with just 26 left on the lead lap. That is an absolute amazing run already very early here tonight. Big time stack up here with multiple different cars, multiple different series. The truck having some trouble, I believe. That's the 45, I believe. No, that is the 46. I apologize. Matthew Kopp out there having a little bit of struggles trying to follow along the fast 28 of Kevin Bernheimer running in 7th. Josh McKinney with some more trouble here tonight. We're going to stay right here for the time being. And oh, Patrick Gaspar has trouble. He's going to lose a spot. There goes the 16. He's going to go around, get some track position. The 71 of Jorge Canales coming into the mix now. That's going to be a spot for position. Can Canales get the 71 Odyssey sponsored Ford F-150 up and around that Chevy Silverado? He's going to do so with ease as they make their way back onto NASCAR 1 and down towards the backstretch. 99 of Adam Benefiel finds himself running towards the tail end of the lead lap. He is sitting in the 22nd position. Car still looks pretty clean here. Haven't seen his name popping up over there with any off-track incidents or anything of that nature. Closing in now on Michael Hayward in that 12 machine. Going to make the pass with ease. He'll go to the bottom of the raceway and around by the time he hits the stripes. On the brakes back into turn 1. Want to give a big tip of the cap and shout out to the title sponsor for tonight's race and multiple other events here in the split decision racing Into Being Triple Threat, and that's Into Being. Into Being's a... how do I describe it? Into Being's a medical device prototyping and consulting firm based in Michigan. They work with clients throughout developing the products or the entire process, whichever one you want to do, specializing in the areas of getting you approved and through the regulatory pathways that are so tough to get and guide your way through at times regarding getting a medical device approved and out there for use. So for all your needs in the medical prototyping and equipment field, head on over to Into Being. Whoa, Tyler Rush closes in big and right over one of those turtles on the backstretch chicane. He's going to have a little bit of trouble after curb hopping that one. Looking for another spot is Chase Berry. He's going to go up and around Michael Hayward. Hayward now going to be listed in that 26th position, I believe, as the first car one lap down, or has the field gotten around Zachary Johnson? And yes, they have. The 30 truck going to be listed as the first driver off of the lead lap in the overall standings. Oh, big trouble for that 10 of Luke Smith. Just look how beaten, battered the front end of that machine is. Oh, that is a tough one right there. Through turn number 1, coming back at you once again through the International Horseshoe. Taking a look and a watch there at that 10 crush machine, and it is crushed up here tonight for sure. Tough break here as they head through this infield kink section of the road course. There goes Chase Berry in that Toyota Supra. Luke Smith coming by once again. Back now over to the Western Horseshoe. Then we'll exit the infield here after this big, long, sweeping right-hander. It can catch you off if you're not careful. Back into the final left-hand turn before you make your way back onto NASCAR 1. And there they go. Once again, Chase Berry goes by. Luke Smith heads off into the sunset. "12 of Michael Hayward with some trouble. Once again, he's going to go off track. And big time lock up there by the 77 of Thomas Myers, trying to keep it out of, I believe that is that the 47? No, that's the 37 off in front of him. Mark Ackerman having some trouble with that Ackerman Aviation Group sponsored Bombardier 37 machine. Thomas Myers not playing any more games. He's going to bump and bang just a little bit, make his way up and by. Michael Hayward right here sitting in that 26th position, just a half a second off in front of Nathan Manwaring. 56, one of those fresh faces here tonight. You should see multiple fresh faces out there in the field. Some of them coming right into the big next-gen Cup cars. Some of them having to sit in those Xfinity rides, but the majority running in those Gander Mountain Outdoors Truck Series. Oh, 97, no front clip. He's all up in the mix in the way right now. Ryan Mueller making his way by. Oh, man, Ryan Mueller's not going to be happy. We can hear him on the radio already. Where's the blue flags? Where's the blue flags? He's going to lose a little bit of time there as he exits the infield and back onto turn number 1. Nate Johnson, race leader. Right there on your screen. He's going to put yet another driver a lap down. Jeffrey Ramsdell now listed as the last driver on the lead lap. And whoa, contact, and the 13 goes around. Jacob Hirsch gets collected off the front end of that 88 Ford Mustang, and well, is what it is. He stays straight. He keeps it going. Field really beginning to stretch themselves out, really beginning to put gaps in between themselves. Go back to this little battle that's brewing, though. How about Kayla McCarthy, Ryan Johnson going at it for the time being? Johnson takes that spot. Patrick Anderson way off track out there. Hello. Anderson gonna drop 3 positions there with that off-track excursion. Looks like he's got the mowing deck off of the bottom of his machine. So back to racing for Anderson. You know, I thought it was going to be a big concern and a big worry out there tonight. That backstretch chicane hasn't caught out as many drivers as we typically see it do. We typically see a lot of the drivers overcook that entry and really bind up the cars trying to make that right-hander. Most of them are able to clear into that first part of the backstretch chicane, that first left hand. But when you got to make that first right before that second little right there, yeah, double right in the chicane. You heard it right. That's where it tends to start to get bound up, and drivers will tend to just loop it right on around or head off into the grass and into the inside safer barrier. Fortunately, nobody having to deal with that so far here tonight. But a few retirements. We'll go ahead and run down a few of those drivers. Looks like John Peterson as well as Michael Edwards. They're back in the garage, beating and banging, sawzawing, massaging their machines, trying to get them back on track. John Humphrey, James Hickson. Only 2 drivers listed down and out and gone from tonight's race number 4 here at Daytona International Road Course. Right here in the split decision racing into being triple threat. Only real battle for position on track. Let's see where our closest battle for position is on track. Well, you're watching it right there. There you can see Andy Turner in the 35 machine making his way by the 11 truck. He's trying to close in on Kayla McCarthy. McCarthy off of turn 4. She'll head down the backstretch and into the backstretch chicane. Smoke and through the infield. Uh-oh. Looks like we may have had a driver lose it. There's the 36. Oh, right back up into traffic. The Dirt Vision sponsored 36 of Richard Crane has trouble through the backstretch chicane, and that's going to stack the field up. The 99 of Patrick Anderson makes his way to the inside. He'll make a spot or two on the track, but now Chase Berry looks like he is on to pit road. No, Jorge Canales as well as Patrick Gaspar and William Klingbeil. They head to pit road for their first green flag pit stops. And as we're just 10 minutes away from the 60-minute remaining mark here, want to welcome all of the viewers back in here tonight. Don't know when you got here or how you got here, but we do appreciate you being here with us tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So if you haven't already, race fans, join us in our surge to now 3,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by, and stopping by for some fuel and tires. Nate Johnson gonna pull the 88 machine down for his first service of the night. Richard Reimuller gonna take over the race lead as he stays out on the track. A lot of drivers having trouble here tonight. Josh McKinney with some more trouble here. McKinney gonna go off track. He'll get it righted. Headed back in the right direction. Tough break there for McKinney. Patrick Gaspar getting by Jorge Canales for 11th place now. 92 still making his way around a few of the back markers. He's got the field down to just 19 drivers left on the lead lap, and some heavy hitters off of the lead lap right now. Dave Gilbert off of the lead lap. Zach Johnson as well as Adam Benefield. Jeffrey Ramsdell off of the lead lap, as well as Richard Crane, Jacob Hirsch. Patrick Anderson going to bring the 99 down to pit road for his first fuel and tire stop of the evening. How long will Reimuller stay out there on the track, though? That's the big question here, race fans. We're just about... what is that? Woo! That was close. Very, very close right there for the Lynbrook, New York native. The Spaceball sponsored 92 of Richard Reimuller doing his best. On to pit road, Sousey gonna follow him through. That's gonna leave the field back into the hands of this man. Inside that into being 88, Nate Johnson gonna reassume the race lead and probably have quite a bit of gap as he's back across the start-finish line. He's going to leapfrog everybody on pit road. Kevin Bernheimer now coming down pit road. I was gonna mention, you know, with 16 minutes remaining, that's about 8 more laps, 8-ish laps here at this Daytona road course. Would Reimuller be able to keep the car out there long enough to get the halfway break and have the race lead and be able to come to pit road? But that question was answered all for itself. Caleb McCarthy, Andy Turner down onto pit road for their first time stops here tonight, as well as Nate Johnson reassumes that 7.5 second advantage over Richard Mueller. I'll tell you what, I do believe we have a few onboard cameras here tonight. Why don't we go with our Toyota onboard camera here tonight? One of our very few Toyota drivers in the field, Chase Berry, Payday Racing sponsored driver, sitting in the 4th overall position, leading the Xfinity drivers out there on the track. So leading his class tonight, Chase Berry sitting well, Berry running in 4th. We'll jump back to one of our Gen 6 Chevy bow ties, riding along with the 35 of Andy Turner. Turner going to make the hard right-hander make his way out of the kink and over there to the Western Horseshoe. He's trying to run back down to Caleb McCarthy, who's just off in front of him, sitting in that 12th position. Who else do we got out there tonight? How about newcomer Justin Gibbs? Big shout out to him and his entire team and crew, allowing us to get a piece of the equipment on board here tonight to bring you some of these great camera shots. I believe Luke Smith carrying the next gen Ford onboard camera for us here tonight. Yes, indeed, that is Luke Smith, running in the 5th position, just about 3 seconds back from Chase Berry for position, but he's got a handful of drivers in between him and Berry. He's going to have to navigate these back markers very clean, very smooth, all the way through this infield section, and this is where you can lose a lot of time. The 11 truck going around, having a little connection issues, as well as Josh McKinney, and McKinney just struggling out there tonight. And what happened to Nate Johnson's lead? Check out Richard Mueller. He's got it under 4 seconds. Just a handful of laps ago, we seen it at 7.5 seconds. Now that distance, that mark, cut down by 4 seconds. And oh no, oh my gosh, big trouble avoided. My gosh, how did he get through there? We just gotta. How in the world? Back at the, there you go, back at the replay. Nope, that's not it. Where's it at, folks? Oh, maybe we'll get it right here. It is. Got it queued up, finally. Tyler Rush missing the backstretch chicane, the 17 with issues, and Nate Johnson squeaks by. Man, I'm telling you, driver inside of that machine, that was a old moment right there. He's going to need a little time to collect himself at the end of tonight's race before the post-race interviews, should he walk away with the class win in those next gen, or Gen 6 Cup cars, I should call them. Man, that was wild. What do you think about that near miss by your race leader, race fans? That's crazy. How about that retro scheme there? Really like the 56 of Nathan Manwaring. Looking sporty out there, but Manwaring going down, I believe, a second lap now, as we are down to just 16 drivers left on the lead lap. And yes, the 56 sitting in that 25th position on track here tonight, already down 2 laps. And that's that hole I was talking about, race fans. You can't dig that hole too deep, too early, because although you may get a lap back at the stage break, getting 2 laps back at a road course, extremely difficult. Getting 2 laps back at any racetrack here with the split decision racings into being triple threat series, going to be very hard. Only local yellow, so caution flags only coming out when there is an obstruction on the racetrack. Not necessarily a crash or a wreck, but if there's enough drivers and enough vehicles involved, that's when The race officials will throw that local yellow caution to slow things down, get things cleared up. We won't see any need for that whatsoever here tonight. Road course rules in full effect, complete. Local yellow cautions only, and look at those brake rotors beginning to glow. So it looks like the sun beginning to set just a little bit here. Will we see this thing finish under the lights? How about that? Whoa. Side by side, Nate Johnson, he don't care. He gone. 6-second advantage now over 16-second advantage over Richard Reimmuller now. What has happened? He has hit the nitrous button and just absolutely left this field. Let's jump around the track, see if we can't find some battles out there anywhere. Let's see. There's one for position right there. Andy Turner, Kayla McCarthy almost missing the corner there. That front stretch chicane. As it looks like Thomas Myers going to bring the 77 machine back down the pit road for some more service, some more attention by the crew. And the battle between McCarthy and Turner has dissipated, has went away already. Battling for a spot on the track, but not on the scoring pylon. Whoa, making his way by the 37, gets to the inside of Matt Kopp. The 46 machine struggling just a little bit. Mark Ackerman sitting in that 17th position, trying all he can to hopefully get himself back on a lead lap. Gonna be some hard fault times ahead of multiple drivers here tonight. We'll head back towards the front of the field once again. Check out Chase Berry, highest running Xfinity car, highest running Toyota in the field. Your only Toyota still running out there tonight. Just two headed to the track, and only one is still out there running. Chase Berry leads his class. Ryan Johnson gonna bring his car back down to pit road for his second stop of the evening. Wonder if that's a little strategy play to maybe not have to come to pit road when we take the stage break. We'll have to wait to see how all of that plays out. Beginning to knock on that door of that halfway point, race fans. We're gonna have ourselves a quick little breather here for a moment. These drivers gonna get a few bottles of water, maybe a protein bar, and get ready to mix things up for the second half of tonight's race. Right here from Daytona International Road Course, you're watching the Split Decision Racing's Into Being the Triple Threat Season number 2 here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Now the 10 of Luke Smith closing in on the tail end of Chase Berry, and Smith gonna have the advantage. He's gonna drop to the bottom of the track. Will he make that position up? Will he grab it? No, they'll stay drag racing side by side off of 4. Who's gonna outbrake who? Big move by Chase Berry on the outside. He's gonna outbrake the 10 with ease. Get through the front stretch chicane with no problem. He'll have the half a car advantage as they head back across the stripe. This is one of your closest battles on the speedway. Patrick Anderson and Ryan Johnson were going at it for just a moment. Ryan Johnson with the fresh tires has made his way by Anderson, so that is a battle no more. We'll stick right here with Luke Smith and Chase Berry as they continue to swap that 4th and 5th position out there on the track. Not much to talk about with your race leader. Nate Johnson has been in clear command of tonight's race. Johnson out to a 15.2 second advantage. That is right at about a fifth of a track ahead. What's a fifth of a track, you say? Well, why don't we find out? Richard Mueller, there you go, making his way out of the backstretch chicane. And already into the front stretch chicane, race leader Nate Johnson is in another zip code. He's going to be over there in Tampa Bay soon if he doesn't slow down. 16-second advantage now enjoyed by your race leader, Nate Johnson. He's followed by Richard Mueller in the 92, sitting in second. Third place right now, running Joshua Sousey in the 81 machine. How about Luke Smith in his fast Ford, crushing it and crushed up front end as well. Luke Smith sits in fourth. Rounding out and running final spot inside the top 5, the 18 Toyota Supra, piloted by Chase Berry. No real battles to speak of out there on the track. Have at least about a second in between all drivers running for position. You'll notice tons of drivers all over each other, though, as we've got 3 different classes all on the track here tonight in the split decision racing into being triple threat series. The Gen 6 Cup cars as well as the Xfinity Series machines, and then those Gander Mountain outdoor trucks also out there on the track week in, week out. Catch us each and every Friday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, 8:30 Eastern. Mark it on your calendar. Better yet, to join us in that push for now 3,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers that thumbs up, click subscribe, and then if you click that bell, you'll get a notification anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. No need to write it down, no need to remember. Let the bell do the work for you. Smash that bell. Over there on the right-hand side, Chase Berry continues to lead the Xfinity class here tonight. And what will the big story be when we head back to an oval next Friday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network? Phoenix International Raceway. That's right, ISM on the schedule next Friday night. Then we'll head to Honeymoon Land. Pocono Raceway gonna host race number 6 in the 2021 season, number 2 here for the Into Being Triple Threat Series, sponsored by Split Decision Racing. And if you haven't already, you can also go check out the Into the Apex podcast. A lot of the drivers, a lot of the guys stopping through week in and week out. You can catch that on YouTube each and every Saturday morning. Look for that coming up tomorrow night. We will discuss some of the events that took place on track tonight. Some great things coming up on the Into the Apex podcast. So go ahead and check that channel out as well. Barry still running clean and clear, has a 23-second advantage over Kevin Bernheimer. I think your top 5 is pretty much locked in. Chase Berry again with a few connection issues. So why don't we jump back to another driver? A little bit slow on the track was Michael Hayward. 88 of Nate Johnson still out there leading the race. Multiple seconds. He's got a ton of time to give up if he wants to. Josh McKay in the 11 truck still struggling out there on the track. Oh, truck almost comes out from under him once again. Gosh, a lot of passes all over the raceway. Cameraman not sure who to stay with right now. Passes going on track, but not for position. The 37 makes his way up and around. Excuse me, I believe that's the 16 of John Peterson that he was able to make his way around. So Mark Ackerman looking for some more positions on the track as we are now down to just 12 drivers left on the lead lap, and the last man standing on the lead lap, Tiny Horse, Ryan Johnson. And, you know, from last year's performances, last driver on the lead lap is not something we are accustomed to saying when it comes to that 38 Taz Motorsports driver, Ryan Johnson. Fast in real life on the track, fast in iRacing on track as well. And there you see it with the race leader Nate Johnson making his way by the stripe. Race officials and admins going ahead and tossing that halfway caution here tonight. So field is going to begin to come to a crawl. Everybody gonna have to catch up to this man right here. Nate Johnson absolutely dominating the first half of tonight's race right here at Daytona International Superspeedway on the road course. You might as well call it the split decision 24. Now, you can't call it a 24. It's not 24 hours. Never mind. Strategy gonna get very, very interesting as these drivers begin to make it back up to the pace car. They'll begin to slow down as well. So as all of this takes place, we're gonna step away for just a brief commercial break. Don't worry, race fans, you won't miss any other racing action. We'll be back with all the green flag action right here from Daytona International Superspeedway.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're gonna lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage.
Looks like your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
And backtrack side as we go back, green flag racing here from Daytona International Super Speedway. That's right, Daytona Road Course here for race number 4 in the split decision racing into being the Triple Threat Series. Dominating race leader in the first half, Nate Johnson finds himself on the chase now, trying to run down that man, Joshua Salcy, with some strategy. He headed to pit road just before the stage break, was able to put 4 fresh tires on, then just come down for a splash of fuel that got him out of pit road well in front of everybody else. And now he's got the clean air on the front end of that 81 machine. Close battle between Ryan Mueller and Johnson now. Johnson in the dirty air begins to struggle as Richard Ryan Mueller going to take the second overall position from him. Second overall in them Gen 6 machines as well. Your top 5 drivers all in the Gen 6 Cup cars. Chase Berry listed in the Xfinity machine, your highest running Toyota driver, your highest running Xfinity class driver as well, Patrick Gaspar. Just behind him, Andy Turner, William Klingbeil, Kayla McCarthy round out your top 10. Just 5 minutes away from knocking on the door of the 60-minute mark here tonight. These drivers have been going at it for a solid 55 minutes. Well, make that about 50 minutes, as we had about a 5-minute stage caution break there to recognize some of the sponsors here with the Turn 3 Racing Network, as well as the Split Decision Racing into being Triple Threat Series on iRacing.com, world's #1 racing simulator. You heard it from them. If there's a car you want to drive, ain't no better than right here at iRacing.com. How about Richard Mueller getting through turn number 1 much better, much cleaner than Joshua Salsi, and now look for Mueller to step away. Nate Johnson with big trouble. He's almost 4 seconds back from your race leader. Johnson struggling since putting the fresh tires on. Richard Crane and Mark Ackerman both have trouble there. Both of those drivers have off-track incidents. They'll get the ship righted. Kayla McCarthy getting by William Klingbeil for a 9th. Klingbeil with trouble now. He goes around. And how about that? Richard Mueller, the Spaceballs sponsored 92 machine, was running up inside the top 5 pretty much all night. Pretty much the first half of tonight's race here at Daytona International Road Course. And Mueller, now that he's got the clean air, he's beginning to set sail on the field, beginning to mirror and mimic what that 88 of Nate Johnson was able to do once Johnson got out front, but now he is struggling, sitting back in the 3rd overall position. Close battle back here off of the lead lap, but still a battle nonetheless. Dave Gilbert beginning to close in on a handful of drivers, and how about that no hood on that 7 machine? Gilbert's Mustang has seen some better days. The Air Force a little bit battered here tonight. As there you can see Ryan Johnson going by. That's not a pass for position, just a spot on the track. Johnson still listed on the lead lap in the 11th position. But we are multiple drivers down, just 12 left on the lead lap. Big lockup into the front stretch chicane. Racing everywhere, back to the front. How about this? Joshua Salsi beginning to run down Mueller, and he goes around. Mueller almost goes all the way around. Big checkup. Now the big spin by Richard Mueller. Oh no. Where is he? Where did he go? Richard Mueller still trying to right the ship. He finally gets it corrected, but he is going to lose a ton of time now. 16 seconds out of the race lead, and he's got the 86 of Patrick Gaspar closing in on him. Joshua Salsi back at the point. Little whop of the throttle there by the 81 of Joshua Salsi. Wonder if he knew he was on camera. Signaling, saying, "What's up, fellas?" Or if he's just, maybe that's a fuel-saving strategy here. We'll have to keep our eyes on it. Down through the gears. Tell you what, I think we've got one of those onboard camera shots here with him as well. What do you say we jump on board with one of our gyro cams here in the next-gen car? Down into turn 1, and you'll really get a feel for how this track truly is banked all around the speedway. What do you say we ride a full lap with your race leader, Joshua Salsi, in through the S's here down into the International Horseshoe? Little bit of slight banking there for a moment. It's going to offset off-camber exit here. And through the infield kink section of the track. Up and around the western horseshoe. He'll come back to the infield exit. Back into turn number 1, NASCAR 1, and that's when you'll see that banking really pick up once again. And there it is. Roller coaster ride inside the 81 of Joshua Southey as he's got a 3.5 second advantage over Nate Johnson. Chase Berry now running in third with Luke Smith back and forth, and Patrick Gaspar now rounding out your top 5. Nice and smooth on the brakes and down through the gears. We'll go from outside of the car in the front stretch chicane to one of the turn 3 drone cams out here over top of the track tonight. Some great aerial camera shots here brought to you by the Turn 3 Racing Network drone camera operators. We do appreciate them out there getting us all of these great shots. Why don't we go to the back stretch? Whoa, that's a little too far back there, Dave. Yeah, let's get that a little bit closer. What do you say? Let's see if we can't join some of the action right here through the infield kink section of the track. There you see your race leader, Joshua Southey, coming through this little section of the track. Gonna make his way through the International Western Horseshoe. Now to the infield exit and back to NASCAR number 1. Southey continues his lead. Trying to jump around the track, see if we can't find some battles out there for you. Looks like Andy Turner sitting pretty. Here's Kayla McCarthy still trying to get by the Yahoo 17 of Harley Barletta. Barletta, whoa, big trouble for both of them. Barletta out of shape. Right in front of McCarthy. That's going to lead McCarthy into the clutches of Ryan Johnson. We've got 4 under a blanket now. Ooh, and now Johnson heating up those front brakes. You can see him glowing. Justin Gibbs goes around on the infield exit. He's going to lose a ton of track time as well with that spin. Kayla McCarthy all over the tail end of Ryan Johnson. That is a battle for position on the speedway. 9th and 10th on the track as they run, and there goes Johnson in through the backstretch chicane. Back into NASCAR 3, and he'll open up a 1 second advantage. Things starting to calm themselves down up near the front of this field. iRacing predicting 32 more laps in tonight's race. And if they can go 32 more laps from here, then Dave was way off with his count. Let's see where they're sitting. Let's see where they're at tonight. Out there in the chat, I predicted 47 laps. It's right there. Let's see where they sit. Let's see where they run on the lap count here. And it doesn't look like that way is going to show it. So why don't we go ahead and get rid of some of these graphics once again. Bring back that cheat sheet for you up there at the top of the screen. There you can see it. 31 laps into tonight's race. And iRacing predicting another 30-plus laps. So it looks like they may break that 60-lap barrier here at the Daytona International Road Course. Here in race number 4 for the split decision, racing into being Triple Threat Series. Well, big trouble for the 37. He's going to lose a ton more track time. Ackerman having some trouble. Ackerman in that Ackerman Aviation 37 has run strong for the first portion of the race, but has since fallen to the wayside, back off of the lead lap. Tough break here tonight for the driver inside of that 37. If you haven't already, race fans, go ahead and drop these drivers that thumbs up while you're here watching and enjoying some great multi-class racing action here on the NASCAR world. The NASCAR side of things, you're used to seeing multi-class racing in the IMSA ranks, but Split Decision Racing bringing that out west here to NASCAR America. That's right, some great multi-class action brought to you each and every Friday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We'll watch these Gen 6 cars as well as the Xfinity machines, the Gander Mountain Outdoor Truck Series drivers all go at it week in, week out, all the way to the new year. Right at 30 minutes remaining on the stopwatch. We are 66 minutes into tonight's 95-minute timed event. How many more laps will these drivers be able to put in? iRacing already readjusting their calculations. Now they're saying just 29 laps to go. Want to welcome each and every one of you joining us here tonight, whether it be your first time or you're back once again. We do appreciate you stopping by. Do thank you for coming through, joining us here tonight for the Split Decision Racing into being Triple Threat Series right here in race number 4 at the Daytona International Road Course. Race leader 81 of Joshua Sousey, with some great strategy into some back markers, some traffic here for that 81. And there you can see the dominant car in the first half of tonight's race. Nate Johnson sitting about 4 seconds back, but with this heavy lap traffic, that should play right into the hands of Johnson. Sousey really going to have to pick his passes and pick time when he goes and makes those passes heavy and hard on the brakes. Look at those rotors glow on the front of that 81 Exalta machine. Heavy, hard braking, trying to make his way by a few of these back markers. Truck class driver in the way, but Sousey does away with him without any issues. No real battles for position to speak of. I take that back. Let's jump back to this one because Ryan Johnson has made up some ground. He's running down Kevin Bernheimer. Jonathan Cusimano with some more trouble here tonight. Cusimano goes back around. He gets the ship right and headed back in the right direction. Dave Gilbert also with another off-track excursion here tonight. Multiple drivers have been called out multiple times. We're seeing a handful of drivers that really struggle here tonight, and a few of them just kind of get caught slipping every now and again. Battle back once again with the 38 of Ryan Johnson all over with Kevin Bernheimer. Bernheimer sitting right there in that 7th position, trying to look back at his closest competition, but not sure if he's going to be able to keep Ryan Johnson back there. You know, something must have happened to Johnson, because he has fallen way off pace, over 4 seconds. What happened here? Johnson with some big trouble. He's going to fall way back behind. Was right there battling for the 7th spot Unfortunately, he lost a ton of ground, but he's going to gain it right back as Chase Berry, Patrick Gaspar, and Kevin Bernheimer all come to pit road that time around. You can see those paraded cars coming off of pit road. They do have fresh tires, but it is a long exit on pit road here. There you can see Ryan Johnson already well and gone. Over 2 seconds out in front of Chase Berry. Johnson back into the top 5. Drivers making their way through the kink section coming right at you here into the Western Horseshoe. McCarthy all over a few of the back markers trying to gain some track time, trying to gain some track position. They'll head to the infield exit. And how about the 36? He's just kind of parked there hanging out. Richard Crane with some trouble. Out and down the backstretch into the backstretch. McCarthy able to make the passes? Not just yet. McCarthy picks up one of those spots on the back marker, but not able to get the other. As they head right back towards the front stretch chicane. Coming right at you, right in your living room. Here you go. Oh, and the Truck Series driver going to blow the corner. How about Ackerman as well as McCarthy able to avoid those turtle shells right there? Heck of a job by both of those drivers getting it woed up in time and managed to navigate the chicane without any troubles, not upsetting the car at all. What a race here tonight. Now, I wonder if we've got that beautiful sunset shot here looking over the front stretch. What do you say we check that out? How beautiful is that? Sun beginning to set here at Daytona International Super Speedway. As we'll jump back trackside once again, continue the great racing coverage here tonight. And Ryan Johnson running back down. Richard Reimuller will rejoin this battle because Chase Berry is right there as well. Berry beginning to close in on Johnson. Whoa, and a big lockup and a spin. The 86 spins it in the Western Horseshoe. Race leaders down to pit road. Sousey and Johnson on pit road. Both of them down and away and out of pit road. Sousey beat Nate Johnson off of pit road. He'll retain the race lead for the moment. Here comes Chase Berry, though. Luke Smith, Chase Berry gonna go at it for third and fourth. Berry to the outside, giving the Gen 6 car a little bit of room. And Berry back to the gas. He's looking for a crossover. Not going to get there in time. Whoo, boy. 16 minutes remaining on the stopwatch here tonight from Daytona International Road Course here in race number 4 for the Split Decision Racing into being the Triple Threat Series. Berry did all he could to keep those Gen 6 cars behind him, but it looks like the power in those machines is going to be just a little bit too much for the 18 to keep behind him. Sousey stepped out to about a 3-second advantage over Nate Johnson. Luke Smith just securing that third and final spot in the overall podium positions. Grabbed that spot away from Chase Berry. Now Richard Mueller beginning to close in as well. Did Berry come to pit road too soon? And your top two, man, they're gone. Sousey and Johnson with almost a 14-second advantage over Luke Smith. Sousey with and Ryan Johnson, what is timing and scoring going a little bit crazy here? Because Joshua Sousey all of a sudden jumped to a 16-second advantage. Man, I'm telling you, I don't know what he did on pit road, but he gone. Michael Gitchell, William Klingbeil, Dave Gilbert, as well as Nathan Manwaring with some trouble here. All of those drivers going around, they all have off-track moments. Chase Berry back to pit road. Few drivers able to get themselves back onto the lead lap. We went from almost just having 8 drivers on the lead lap back to having 10. Kevin Bernheimer in the 28 machine sitting last driver on the lead lap as William Klingbeil comes to pit road for what should be his final service of the night. 47 truck stays to the high side, letting race leader go right on around. Justin Gibbs wants no part of your race leader. Sousey makes his way down the backstretch with a clean look into the backstretch chicane. No real battles to speak of on track, so we'll jump around a little bit, take a look at some of these drivers exiting pit road. There's Kayla McCarthy. She's going to rejoin the track somewhere around that 9th position. Back a little further, there's that 37 of Ackerman still sitting in the 16th position. And Ackerman, he has got to go because the 28 of Kevin Bernheimer trying to keep himself on the lead lap. He's going to have a rear view mirror full of your race leader very, very soon. Jumping around the track, different cameras, different angles, different battles all over this raceway. There you see the 56, the 3, and the 36, 3 wide for a brief moment. Ryan Johnson pushing the limits. He's going to make his way by both of those cars. Set sail off into the backstretch. Off into the front stretch. I apologize. And well, with what iRacing says will be 11 laps to go, let's go ahead and grab that good old cheat sheet of ours. Let's drop that information across the top of your screen for you. Lap number 41 underway. These drivers have about 12 minutes left. I don't know. Dave seems like he's still alive here. 47 laps was the pick, the only pick entered in time here tonight, the only pick entered at all in the Dave's Dollars practice contest. We're going to have that going live here in the next 3 weeks. I believe it is scheduled to kick off in October. First race in October, we will see Dave's Dollars go live. If you think you've got what it takes to guess how many laps these drivers are able to put down, and oh my gosh, big moment there. Andy Turner, Michael Hayward with some trouble. And how about Luke Smith? He crushed it the first half of the race, meaning the front end of his machine. And now he's crushing it in an all-new manner here. Second half of the race night. Luke Smith takes second away from Nate Johnson. And he's going to try to see if he can't run down your race leader. I'm not quite so sure he's going to be able to make up that kind of gap, that kind of distance. Look at that. A 26-second advantage for Joshua Sousey. He is every bit of gone. Richard Crane with some more off-track incidents here. The 36 has some trouble. He's going to go ahead and get that ship righted and headed back in the right direction. A little bit of house cleaning in order here tonight as we are down to just 9 minutes remaining on the stopwatch in this 95-minute timed event. 36 drivers took to the starting grid. We've still got 27 out there on the track with just 9 left on the lead lap. Kayla McCarthy is the last driver on the lead lap. Let's go check out McCarthy as she is now going to just fall off of the lead lap. Race leader Joshua Sousey able to make his way by. A few drivers hard onto the brakes, running extra wide there. Double file through the front S's. Jonathan Kuzmano with some more trouble here tonight. Kuzmano going to fall another lap down, sitting back in the 23rd position. But what has happened to some of the big hitters here tonight? Out of tonight's race, Harley Barletta out of tonight's race, as well as Chris Wheeler. Tyler Rush also out of tonight's race. Race number 4 has not been kind to multiple drivers out there tonight, as we've already mentioned and said. 8 drivers listed out of tonight's race. One of them still down there on pit road, beating and banging on his machine, trying to get it back out there. But for all intents and purposes, that's going to give us 9 drivers out of the race here tonight. Don't think Michael Edwards is going to get that 001 out there and back on the track and up to speed in time to do anything with it. But how about Chase Berry? He's on the move once again with those fresh tires. Berry just about a second back from Richard Rye Mueller. Can he get the job done? Can he make the pass? And how about Sousey? He just continues to open that race lead, man. I'm telling you what. Michael Hayward with another off-track excursion here. With just about 7 minutes remaining on the stopwatch here tonight, the time is ticking down, time running out. Can that 18 of Barry get by Reimmuller? And he does! Richard Reimmuller beaten and battered on that driver's side, and Chase Berry has been able to drop to pit road, get those fresh tires, and storm back towards the front. Can Berry run down Luke Smith in time? Back to the front with your race leader. There's Joshua Sousey back onto the NASCAR 1 corner. Checking in now because it looks like Ryan Johnson, he is on a quick tear up through the field as well after coming to pit road for his last set of fresh tires. He's starting to close in on Richard Reimmuller. That's going to be a spot for the last spot inside the top 5. Johnson looking to finish strong here tonight from Daytona International Road Course. Mark it down, write it down. 5 minutes remain here tonight from Daytona International Road Course for the split decision racing into being a triple threat. We would be remiss if we didn't give yet another shout out to our title sponsor of the evening, into being jumping on board for multiple events here this season. Into Being is a medical device prototyping and consulting firm based out of downtown Saline, Michigan, working with clients throughout the entire product development process, as well as specializing in providing the guidance through the complex regulatory pathway required for new medical devices. So if you're looking for some help, you're looking for some guidance, look no further. Head on over to Into Being. And with 4 minutes remaining in a 30-second advantage, I don't think anything but a big-time mistake is going to keep Joshua Sousey out of victory lane. What a run here tonight by that 81. Some fuel strategy pulled him to the front of the field, and he has not looked back since. Joshua Sousey running well towards the final 3 minutes. No real battles to speak of, so I tell you what, race fans, why don't we go ahead and throw up some driver highlights and spotlights? What do you say? We'll start right here with this driver. The Team Taco versus Team Turtle is real. Driver Joshua Sousey. Man, that is awesome. Absolutely great. Love it. Sitting in that top spot after a great race strategy call by the car chief, bringing him down to pit road for those tires and then back out just for a splash. That was the winning strategy. Heck of a run here tonight in race number 4 for Sousey. He leads the field. Driver sitting back in the second position out of Ann Arbor, Michigan. The Flight Test Split Decision Racing driver out of Checkers and Wreckers, Nate Johnson, sits in second. The Waynesboro, Pennsylvania Ford Performance. Hope y'all seeing this because he's crushing it, unlike he crushed it in the first half of tonight's race. Crushing it in a different way inside the top 5 with a clean, crisp Ford Mustang. Luke Smith runs in third. Driver sitting 4th overall, but first in the Xfinity class. The Bearded Bandit Chase Berry out of Lake City, Florida. Getting the job done here tonight. Wonder how he's going to like that new nickname, huh? I like it. Just saying. Richard Reimuller in the 92 out of Lynbrook, New York, was the race leader for a handful of laps, unfortunately with some trouble. And clips the inside wall. Reimuller with trouble. He goes for a ride. Doesn't look like anybody's going to pass him for position, but we'll take a look back now at your highest running Truck Series driver. I believe that's going to fall into the hands of this man right here, Jorge Canales, getting the job done. We'll have to double check this one time. Patrick Gaspar is in one of those Xfinity cars out of Old Bridge, New Jersey. The PGR die-cast dude, A-Shock Energy. 86 of Patrick Gaspar running well. He sits in 6th. And Canales, your highest running truck class driver, with what should be one of your final laps of the evening. Joshua Sousey leading the field around the track. Where are we at on that lap count? Let's see. 47 laps in. Oh my gosh. Not sure if I hit it right on the head, or if I'm going to be just one lap shy of the actual lap count here tonight. Man, that's how you guess for Dave's Dollars right there, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to be a part, make sure you're here for the first race in October. You got to get that pick over there in the YouTube chat to make it official. You can't just tell me on Facebook or Twitch. You got to get over here to the Turn 3 Racing Network on YouTube, and you got to get your pick in the chat before that 60-minute mark hits. And maybe you'll have a chance to win Dave's Dollars right here in the Split Decision Racing Into Being Triple Threat Series. And what a guess that would be, man. I'm telling you. Whoa, big moment there for race leader. Almost with some trouble with the 35. Through 3 and 4 for what should be the final time. And through the NASCAR chicane and to the front stretch. There's the checkered flag. 47 laps completed here tonight. Dave walks away with Dave's Dollars, getting the job done. What a night. More drivers continue to make their way through and across the track. We'll look at this beautiful picture here as all these drivers finish out their final lap of the night. Heck of a run here by Joshua Sousey. He takes the top spot in the Cup cars. Chase Berry going to walk away with the Xfinity Class win. Why, newcomer Jorge Canales going to walk away with the Truck Class win here tonight from Daytona International Road Course. And as the drivers finish their laps, we're going to step away for a brief commercial break, get things set up and ready to go for your post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. back trackside at the conclusion of another great race here in the split decision racing into being triple threat series. Let's see if we can now run down and have a few words with some of your class winners here tonight. Why don't we see if we can't catch up with a newcomer, a fresh face on the year. Let's see if we can't dial up and have a few words with the driver inside of that 71 truck, Jorge Canales. Is Dave in the booth? You got me?
Yeah, Dave. Hi. How you
Hey,
doing?
I'm doing good. How about you, man?
Nice. Was a good race.
That it was, walking away with your first race win this season with the Turn 3 Racing Network's coverage. How's it been so far for you this year, and how are you enjoying your first season?
Well, I have an opportunity to win, at Daytona, the first race, but I have a contact maybe the last 5 laps. And fortunately, I made it to finish at the podium. Then the last race, I have really bad luck. I finished maybe 9th or 10th place. But well, now a win that I was thinking to do. I feel really uncomfortable at the beginning of the session with the setup, but when I was in the qualify, it feels good. And now, well, I will battle for that championship.
That you will with a class win. Want to look forward, though, to the next 2 races that we got coming up and get your thoughts on those. Much different than the left and right turns here that we're going to make on the road courses throughout the season. Heading to Phoenix and then to Pocono Raceway. Out of those 2 tracks, which one do you think that we may be able to see this 71 get back to victory lane in this truck class?
Well, I hope in both. Because I wish to win the championship. Maybe Pocono is a little bit easy to me, but well, we need to practice to do that.
That is true. That's right. And well, you don't need any more practice here at the road course at Daytona International Speedway because you walked away with the truck class win. Congratulations on the win here tonight. Before we let you go, though, Jorge, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anyone back home?
Yeah, first of all, obviously to my team, Hyprix. We are from Mexico. Obviously to the Energy Systems and Odyssey Battery, truck. That's our sponsors. And obviously to my family. I think my mom was watching. I hope she understands or my sister do something. And a special dedicate to a friends, Diego and Val. They passed something difficult the last month with their daughter. And please, if you want, they are something like a crowdfunding. So I invite you to visit free2marathons.com and help kids with cancer. It's an hospital, so that's an special dedicate for them. A really close friends.
All right, well, Jorge, I'm gonna say one thing in Spanish. It's not too good here, so bear with me. Pinche el carro muy en fuego. Any good? Any good?
More or less. But there was some fire. Well, Dave, and I forget someone special too, Guillermo Alvarez, who is my master here in ovals. He's not doing with me today, but a special thanks to him. Well, and he's an special man who teach me everything about NASCAR. So special thanks to him.
All right. Well, once again, Jorge, congratulations on the class win, and we'll see if we can't catch up with you again a little bit later on throughout this season.
Thank you, Dave.
All right, there you have it. Your Gander Outdoor Truck Class winner, the 71 of Jorge Canales. That's going to move us right along to the driver that walked away with the Xfinity Class win here tonight. Let's see if we can't catch up with your friend, my friend, the bearded bandit himself, Chase Berry. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing all right. It's been better.
A long time no talk, but anyways, back into victory lane. How you feeling after the class win?
It feels good. Kind of tired because I think I'm coming down with a cold or something, so I'm kind of hurting. But yeah, I'm fine. It feels good. Nice to help quarter panel out. He asked me to run for him and try to help him out, help the team out.
Well, helping him out it is an understatement here, really. Was there a strategy, a method to your madness here tonight? We seen you come to pit road a little bit earlier than some of the rest of the competition, and you were able to make some great late runs there, and especially towards the end to get yourself inside the top 5 overall and take back that class lead. So, was there any strategy to that?
Uh, there was. We was going through everything. I was like, all right, look at I miscalculated the time and everything. If I would have stayed out another lap or two, I would have made it. But I was trying to jump because I know the next gen guys, they're fast, but I was still 7 seconds away from the overall leader. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna jump over, try to jump down pit road, get fresh tires, and maybe just hold them off on the long run and make them like gas. Well, I pitted, then I was like, all right, well, dang, I'm started slowing down trying to save, and I realized I was like a lap and a half too short, so I just floored it until my tires burned up, and once I did, I pitted, took four, and enough to finish, and luckily I came out ahead of whoever's behind me, and just tried to make up the ground that I lost.
Well, with this one in the bag, looking forward here, are we going to see you back on the track next week at Pocono or next week at Phoenix? I apologize. Or maybe the Tricky Triangle at Pocono?
I don't know. We'll see. I just had to talk to the boys at the shop and see what they want. Like I said, it's all about schedule. I mean, I just managed to have tonight off, and luckily enough, it was like one of my favorite tracks too. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, if I'm clean and there's somebody needs me, yeah, sure, I'll do it.
All right. Well, Chase, man, congratulations once again with the Xfinity Class win here tonight. Good to catch up with you once again in one of these post race interviews. You know how these things go. So I'm going to hand the mic on over.
Yeah, thank Quarter Panel for letting me run this league, for let me jump in and fill in for somebody, and Dave and everybody for putting this on, and you for broadcasting, KB's All Around Shop for sponsoring, Randy for making the awesome truck or car, Toyota Subaru, whatever I'm running, I can't remember, but yeah, so that's about it. And if I'm missing you, I'm sorry.
All right, Chase, my man. Well, we'll look to see if we can't catch up with you again when we see you back at the track.
All right, thank you. Good talking to you.
All right, well, there's the man walking away with the Xfinity Class win, and he don't even know what he's driving. Chase Berry, he's just out there getting the job done. Doesn't matter, just put him behind the wheel, and the man will get the thing to victory lane. Walking away with the Xfinity Class win here tonight, the 18 of Chase Berry. And that's going to bring us to the big man of the hour. Let's see if we can't catch up with your overall race winner and your next gen class winner, Joshua Southsey. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Well, first and foremost, Joshua, I probably butchered your last name all last season. Have I already butchered it this year?
It's Susie.
See, I did it all last year, and nobody even told me. We're
Okay.
gonna have to fire these guys. No, just kidding. You were able to snatch the race lead there, Josh, with a little bit of strategy. Walk us through the call from the pit box, and did you have faith it was gonna pay off?
I thought it would put me in a lot better position than what I was in, and I just want to do something to be a little off kilter. I figured I wasn't gonna lose a lap if I stuck it close enough to the halfway break, and the tires weren't wearing all that much. We'd go through a full fuel run, which is, you know, the 70% or whatever it is, and I know, at least for me, like my lowest percentage was 96 on any of my tires, so I knew one or two laps wouldn't kill it, and I timed it just right where I think I did like half a lap, and the caution come out, and I just putted around to catch up to the field. fuel only on that stop. I felt like I had pretty decent pace with Nate. He took off like a rocket, man. He was flying at the beginning of the race, but I was battling a little bit with Richard, I think it was, and still trying to feel out the track. I don't know if he did any practice throughout the week or not, but it looked like Nate did. And I spent that whole first stage just trying to learn how exactly deep I can go into each corner and what the best line was. And I slowly picked up my pace on there. And then I felt like, all right, it's like Nate said in the chat, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So I had that mentality, try to get a good as position to finish in the first stage I could without really recklessly endangering myself. And then had a couple trucks spin out in front of me near the end of that stage, gave me some damage. So that was hurting me time wise. And I was like, man, I don't know where this is going to end up cycling through if I come in here third or fourth or whatever and take four like everyone else. So I got to do something to get out in front of the field to control the pace and not have to battle anyone. And if we spread out and he runs me back down, we'll have a hell of a battle. But at least that'll put me in a better position than losing a bunch of time trying to battle for second, third, whatever.
Well, absolutely. With this being the fourth, excuse me, the fourth race of the season here, Josh, and last week being a little bit of a fun run on the Bristol Motor Speedway dirt track, uh, how are you getting accustomed to this Gen 6 car, and how much different is it driving it on the road course?
Uh, it's a lot better than the current Cup car on the road course. Just symmetrically and weight wise, I think the weight's a little bit lower, and so it handles better than the current Cup car. It doesn't have as much torque, I don't think, um, which is odd. You think it would, but with 5 gears, I think it helps spread it out. It's just better. And as far as the next gen, so far so good. I mean, I'm not really looking forward to the races that are kind of like Vegas, where it's just one giant pack and pack racing, and you can't pass the leader without help and all that stuff. I'm not a real big fan of that. I was able to make it work by saving fuel at Vegas, but we'll see how it goes to the other these mile-and-a-half tracks, and this dirty air is definitely a thing. You'll see that more prevalent, I think, on some of the tracks that don't have quite the forgiving banking like Vegas does. Um, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. We're all trying to adapt to it. I run in a Wednesday league that runs these cars, but it's an open set, so that's a little bit different. But it's still seat time. Helped me acclimate with the car.
Absolutely. Well, Josh, again, congratulations on walking away with not just the Gen 6 class win, but walking away with the overall race win here as well. So before we let you go and enjoy the night, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home at the shop?
Oh, absolutely, man. I want to give a shout out to Tyler and everyone on Team Turtle here. We're trying to bring it to them Taco Boys every race one race at a time, and fun little rivalry we got going on here. So that's a lot of fun. We like to rub it in their face. They like to rub it in our face. So it's a good time. Dave and all the admins, they do a wonderful job here, and especially with this style of racing, three different cars on the track at the same time. It's very hectic, and the race control and the admins, they all do a really good job keeping everything in line like it should be. So I can't shout them out enough. Speed Demon Setups. Big shout out to them having me on board as part of their team. I don't really rep it here, but that's just because we have different contingencies and everything. But any chance I get to shout them out, I will. And you, welcome back, man. We missed you the first 2 weeks. I was able to wrap up the other guys with a win and start you off with a win. So hopefully you're my good luck charm, and we'll keep trying to put it here the rest of the year.
Well, I will be waiting in these post race interviews for you all season long. We look to see if you get back here in the next few weeks.
I'll certainly try my best. I know the rest of the Cup field ain't going to make it easy, so I'm not giving you any predictions or promises, but all I can tell you is I'll do the best I can.
All right. Well, my man Josh, again, congratulations, and we'll try to catch up with you here soon.
Thank you very much, man.
All right. There you have it. Your overall race winner, your Gen 6 class winner, Joshua Susie, getting the job done here tonight, capturing the checkered flag, going home with some more hardware here in the Split Decision Racing into being. Triple Threat Series. Man, what a run here tonight. What a race we had. Multiple drivers with some trouble. Multiple drivers having issues. Susie able to walk away with 2 pieces of hardware here tonight. Chase Berry walking away with the Xfinity Class winning trophy. And Jorge Canales walking away with the Truck Class win here tonight. What an evening we had. I don't think it gets much better than this. And it sounds like producers hitting those buttons in the background. You know those tunes, you know the sound. It's time to run down tonight's overall race results. Walking away with the top spot, the 81 of Joshua Susie. 10 of Luke Smith gonna walk away in second. Chase Berry walks away in third. 4th place here tonight goes to Nate Johnson, while Richard Remuller walks away from the track in the 5th spot. Jorge Canales gonna finish in 6th, while Patrick Gaspar finishes in 7th. Kayla McCarthy gonna pilot her 24 machine home in the 8th spot, while Kevin Bernheimer walks away in 9th. 10th place here tonight, the 99 of Patrick Anderson. William Klingbeil back in 11th. 12th goes to Justin Gibbs. Michael Gitchell in the 48 machine walks away from the track tonight in 13th, with Dave Gilbert piloting the 7 machine home to the 17th into the 14th spot. And Mark Ackerman going to round out your top 15. Ryan Tiny Horse Johnson finishing 4 laps down in the 16th position. Jeffrey Ramsdell walking away from the track here tonight in 17th. 18th position belongs to Adam Benefield. 19th on the track tonight, the 19 of Stephen Wood. Nathan Manwaring in the 56 going to walk away in 20th. Matt Cobb back in 21st. 22nd goes to Jonathan Kuzmano. Jacob Hurst in 23rd. 24th goes to Andy Turner, while the 12 of Michael Hayward rounds out your top 25. 77 of Thomas Myers finishes in 26th. 27th to Richard Crane and Harley Barletta back in 28th. 29th tonight from Daytona International Road Course will belong to Zachary Johnson. Josh McKinney right behind him. The 22 of Chris Wheeler finishing multiple laps down back in the 31st spot. Tyler Rush right behind him. 33rd belongs to John Peterson. Michael Edwards back in 34th. 35th tonight, the 4 of John Humphrey, and James Hickson rounds out the field for race number 4 here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And if you haven't already, race fans, continue to show that love and support. Continue the push. Drop these drivers that thumbs up, click subscribe, smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the track, back at the headquarters, we do appreciate each and every time you join us here at the track. Whether you're just sliding through to say, hey, what's up, or you're the dedicated fan, friend, or family, we do appreciate each and every one of you. Without you, there would be no us. And until next time, my friends, stay safe, stay loved, and until then, we'll meet you in Turn 3.